arrive at the back of your mat in your child's pose, big toes touch, either bring your knees wide or bring your knees together and allow your arms to extend forwards or have them by your side if that feels more comfortable. Close down your eyes. Notice your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Perhaps wiggle your jaw. Get rid of any tension in your jaw. If you like, you can set an intention for your practice this morning or for your day ahead. If it feels comfortable, start to activate Ujjayi breath. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling through your nose. Keeping mouth closed. Take a moment to thank yourself for getting up out of bed and getting on your mat. Thinking about how you wish to feel at the end of your practice, carrying into your day. And lift your forehead and lift your forearms and walk both hands over to the left side. Take the hands off the mat and take a side stretch in your child's pose. Bring your forehead back down to the floor, feeling the stretch to the right side of the body. Lift your head, lift your forearms, walk your hands back through center over to the right side. Let the hands, forearms rest, forehead rest down, side stretch, other side. Does it feel tighter on this side or more open? Observe. Lift your forehead, walk your hands back through center. Sit back on your heels for a moment, bring the knees together, Navasana, hero pose. On your inhale, send your arms up overhead. Now grab your left wrist, inhale, lift, and as you exhale, stretch over towards the right side. Inhale, come back through center, grab your right wrist, lift through the center and come and stretch over to the left side. Allow the arms to come down and behind you, take a bind, interlace your fingers, track heels of the hands together as you lift your heart up, draw your shoulders back, let your head fall back on your shoulders. Breathe here. Gently fold forward, keeping that bind with the arms. Let the forehead come down to the mat, keep the arms above your head. You take little gentle movements, moving your shoulder blades, tracking them down alternately towards the floor as you keep your bind. Release your arms, let them come down by your side. And then lift up and come into tabletop position now. On all fours, shoulders on top of the wrist, hips on top of your knees. Ground down. Do the palms. Take some cat-cows. On your inhale, lift the tailbone, let the chest shine forward, gaze forward. Draw the shoulders back. As you exhale, round and arch through the upper back. Bring your chin in towards your chest. Move through your cat-cows at your own pace, ladies. You need to stay an extra breath in either posture, then you do that. And check in with the spine, the back of the neck, and the entire back. So how is everything feeling this morning? Take one more round. And come back into tabletop. Now take some little hip sways from side to side in your tabletop. And then incorporate some figures of 8. So it's like you're drawing a figure of 8. You're going to draw the top half of the 8 as you draw the shoulders over the wrist. And in the bottom half of the 8, you track your hips back towards your heels. Okay, so drawing that figure of 8 with your body. This is just warming up our wrists for our plank work that we'll be incorporating today. Okay, getting rid of any clicks and creaks, and feel free to integrate some movement with your head here, with your neck. Let the head be heavy. Come back into tabletop. Take puppy pose, melting heart. Send the hands forwards to the top of the mat. Draw the forearms down. Maybe the forehead can reach. Keep your hips on top of your knees. Anahatasana. Melt your heart down towards the floor. With each exhale breath, sink it down a little bit further. It should feel super nice if you're sitting all day at a laptop, feeling tight through the upper back. Slowly on your inhale, bring yourself up, walk your hands back underneath your shoulders into tabletop. And then bring your hands to either side of the mat, slightly wider now, and maybe a little bit further forward. We're going to come into our first downward dog, so tuck your toes, keep your knees bent, bring yourself up. Start with knees bent, so track your stomach and your chest towards your thighs. And then start to walk out your dog. Checking with the hands, do they need to come a little bit further forward, a little bit wider? Feet hip distance. Good. Now bend fully into your knees in your downward dog. Okay, so it's like you're coming into a crouch position. And then shoot forward into a high plank. Okay, shoulders on top of the wrist, dome up through upper back, engage your core. Crouch once more, so send your butt back, bend into the knees. Shoot forward into plank, engage the core. We're going to do 8 more of those. This is going to get our heart rates up. You're moving quite fast. You're on the balls of your feet, you're crouching, bending through your knees, and then shooting forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come into your child's pose. Big toes touch, knees wide. Bring yourself in. Relax. Circle your wrists in your child's pose. Just notice heart rate, how the breath is, any energetic shifts through your body. Slowly bring yourself back up into your downward dog. Tuck the toes. Push back. Pedal the feet out. And lift up your left leg for a three-legged dog. Point those left toes and come up on the right ball of your foot. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, draw your left knee in towards your chest, then step the left foot forward. Plant the back foot back down at 45 degrees. Extended side angle. You're going to press your elbow or your forearm into your thigh, okay? Now if you can, draw your arm overhead so that you're reaching your fingertips towards the side. And then we're going to shoot up and straighten through the leg as we bring the arms out to the side, okay? And then bring yourself once more into extended side angles. We're going to do this 10 times, okay? So, 1. So move quite quickly. 2. 3. You don't have to be in time with me, don't worry. 4. 5. Make sure you're feeling that stretch through the side body. You're strong through the legs. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Bring yourself back up. Now let's do the other side. So turn that foot in. Turn your foot towards the other side. Come into your extended side angle to begin. So make sure you set yourself up. Reach your arm overhead. And we're going to do the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Bring both feet so they're facing forwards. Now let's take a little wide leg forward fold. Bring your hands onto your hips. Inhale, lift your chest up to the ceiling. As you exhale, very slowly forward fold. Bend through those knees a little bit. Bring fingertips or palms down towards the earth. Let the head go. Good, and walk your hands towards the top of your mat, pivot on that back foot. Arrive into a lunge position. Keep your right knee elevated off the floor. Sinking the right hip down and forward here. Keeping the left knee directly on top of the ankle. Step your right foot forward, step your left foot back. So other side of our lunge. Keep that left knee lifted off the floor. Sink the left hip down and forwards. The hands can plant down if that's available. Good, now step your left foot forward and arrive into your forward fold, Uttanasana. You can bend into the knees here, let the head go, bring your chin towards your chest. And maybe give the wrists a little circle before you pick up your weights. Okay, and then very slowly curl up. So we're coming up into our Tadasana. We're stacking each vertebrae on top of the other. Got both weights. Roll your shoulders back when you arrive in your Tadasana. And perhaps just take some little side stretches with your weights, so you're drawing your weights down the length of each thigh to the side. Take some shoulder rolls, holding on to your weights. Roll your shoulders up and back. Roll your shoulders forwards. Okay, we're going to take warrior 3, holding the weights, and I'm going to demonstrate for you what we're going to do, okay? So bring all the weight onto the left foot, okay? Lifting the right knee. We're going to keep these weights in front of our chest, and we're going to do a back fly, okay? So what's going to happen is we're going to soften through the left knee as we lean forward. So we're leaning the chest forward, and this right leg is active, the toes point them. And we're going to take a back fly with the right leg lifted. So a back fly, you bring the weights out to the side and you draw them back in. So make sure you're not locking through that left knee. We're going to do this 3 times. And you're really squeezing your shoulder blades together as you bring the weights to the side, ladies. And then you're going to keep balancing on that left foot as you bring the right knee into the chest. And you're going to take 3 hammer curls. So we're lifting the weights up overhead 3 times. And then we're coming back into warrior 3 and doing the same thing. Okay, so let's go for it. So come into warrior 3. Take your back flies. 1, 2, 3. Slowly bring knee to chest. Hammer curls. 1, 2, 3. Now, don't rush this. Really observe your form, your alignment. Make sure that there's no wrinkles in the back of the neck in your warrior 3. So look down towards the yoga mat. And no locking in that left knee, ladies. Keep it nice and soft, protect your knee. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. So when you're in your warrior 3, keep your right leg active. Keep pointing the toes towards the back. Don't just let it hang there. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do one more on this side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well done. Bring both feet down. Give your legs a little shake out. Let's take the other side. So plant all the way on your right foot. Lift your left leg up. So find your foundation first. Remember, pressing into inner corners and outer corners of your feet. Let that knee come back there. Soften that right knee. It's going to want to lock back. Soften it. Lower the chest. Lower the left hip. Bring the weights in front of you, connected in front of your chest. Back flies. 1, 2. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Imagine there's an orange between your shoulder blades. Knee to chest. Hammer curls. 1. Lift the weights up overhead. 2, 3. Warrior 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo! This side's definitely more rocky for me. 3. Each time you lower into your warrior 3, make sure that that right knee is soft. 1, 2, 3. 2 more sets. 1, 2, 3. Woo. 1, 2, 3. Last set. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well done. set your weights down. Shake your legs out, shake your wrists out, take a sip of water if you need. Right, and then come down to bird dog. So tabletop position. Once more on all fours. Have your weights close to you at the top of the mat. You're just going to need one weight for this exercise. Okay, so bring the weight into your right hand, and what we're going to do is a back fly with a leg lift, opposite leg lift, okay? So I can demonstrate for you to begin. So the back fly, we're lifting the right weight close to our chest, and then we bring it out to the side and we draw it back in, okay? So this is our back fly, just kind of like what we've been doing with the Warrior 3 back fly. But to make it a little bit more challenging, extend your left leg and just rest your toes in the yoga mat. What you're going to do is, as you do your back fly, you're going to lift that left leg and then bring it down. But be very careful that you don't start to arch through your lower back, okay? So you want to keep your core engaged throughout and just be mindful that the back's not starting to arch like this, okay? So let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, engage the core. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Set your weight down for a moment. Bring the left knee back into tabletop. Now give that left wrist a little circle. And then bring the weight onto the left forearm now. Again, extend that left leg back, point the toes. Now we're going to take a tricep extension, okay? So keep the weight in your right hand. Bring your bicep close to your ribs. And we're going to lift and extend that arm back, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't arch your back. 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. But set the weight down. Come down into a child's pose. Big toes touch, knees wide. Send your hips back. Relax. Circle your wrists. Slowly bring yourself back up into your tabletop. Bring the weight into your left hand now. We're going to take the other side. So to begin, back fly with leg lift. And then we come down on the forearm and do the tricep extension. Okay, so lift up the weight with your left hand. Send your right leg back. Point the toes. We're going to go for 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Engage the core, ladies. 5, 6. And you don't have to lift the right leg too high. I find when you lift it really high, that's when your back starts to arch. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Set that weight down, come back into tabletop, set your right knee down for a moment. You need to circle your wrists or do any movements. And then bring yourself down on your right tricep, the forearm, the palm is resting into the earth. Lifting up your weight with your left hand. Tricep extension, so we're going to extend the right leg straight. Do our lifts with our tricep extension. 1, 2, 3. Keep the weight, the arm close to your body. 4, 5, 6, 7. Good, ladies. Can see you. 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. If you have a block, you can take a tricep stretch. You can actually do this without a block as well, but bring yourself back into your child's pose. And if you have a block, you can rest your elbows on the block. Bring your head in between your arms, hands in prayer, overhead. You don't have a block. You can do the same action. Forehead comes down to the floor. Elbows pressing into the earth. Hands in prayer above your head. Stretching out your triceps. Slowly bring yourself back up into a downward dog. And to get our heart rate back up, we're going to take our crouch and shoot forward to plank for 10. Okay, so you're in your downward dog. Bend into the knees fully. Crouch, shoot forward, plank. Crouch, shoot forward, plank. 8 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Holding in plank for 10, 9, 8, 7. Bring the knees down if you need. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees down. Take another child's pose. Check in with your breath, how you're feeling. Circle your wrists. Sip of water, whatever you need. Relax. Slowly lift your head, bring yourself back up to sit on the heels. And let's grab one of our weights and arrive into a modified Navasana. Okay? So, modified Navasana is when we bring our big toes to touch and we keep our heels hovering off the yoga mat. Okay? Now, remember, I talked to you about this action of scooping out your tummy like you have an ice cream scoop. So as you squeeze the toes, lift the heels, squeeze the knees, then imagine you're scooping out your tummy, okay? Have that action, and then see if you can lean forward, lean back a tiny bit more, all right? Now grab for one of your weights, and we're going to take rows, like we're in a little boat, okay? So we're going to row to one side and row to the other. This kind of action. So if you're not feeling it enough in your core, lean back or even lift your feet up off the floor, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can you do 10 more? If you can't, stop and come back in when you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, ladies. Let the weight set down. Relax your feet, relax your arms, your head. Now grab for your other weight. And again, start in modified Navasana. Big toes touching, pressing into the floor, heels lifted, lean back, scoop out your tummy. Grab for both weights this time, and we'll take our sitting punches with our weights, okay? Or if you don't have weights, it's fine. So you're going to punch to one side, punch to the other, okay? 1, 2, 3, and if you want a challenge, lift the feet, lift the toes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. How we doing? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Let's set the weights down. Lean forward. Relax. Breathe. Okay, last Navasana, I promise. So again, have the weights in your hands. Modify Navasana if you like. Heels hovering. Now, you can either stay here and just lift and do your hammer curls in your modified Navasana, okay? Or if you want to make it challenging, you can extend the legs out straight and come up. Extend and lift the arms up, bring them in, okay? 1. Quite tricky with the balance, that one, so take your time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. We'll just do 10 of those and a rest because those are quite full on. Relax. Good. Bring yourself into a bridge pose. Okay, so lying back. So you can draw the knees into the chest before we move into our bridge. If you want a little rock and circle the lower back. Circle your knees in both directions, ladies. Then plant your feet down, knees stay bent. Take your bridge pose, lift everything up off the floor. You can take a bind underneath your back. If you want to interlace the fingers, bring more weight into the shoulders. Ground the feet down. Squeeze and engage the muscles in your tummy as you lift higher in your bridge. Slowly start to bring yourself back down. Again, bring the knees into the chest. Coil into a ball on your right side. And then press up with your left hand. Bring yourself up to a seat. Now we're going to come up into a high lunge. So you're going to grab for both weights. Bring yourself up to the top of your mat. Step your left foot forward. Step your right foot back. Okay, make sure that you keep this left knee directly on top of the ankle. Okay, and we're going to lift and bring the right knee down, and it's a hammer curl again. So we're lifting arms as we bring the right knee down to the floor, and then we're straightening as we come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, strong legs, 9, and 10. Step right foot forward, step left foot back. Other side, set yourself up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Step both feet forward. Shake the legs out. Now send your right foot back once more. Arrowhead lunge with a back fly. So left knee on top of the ankle, straight into the right leg, pressing into the right ball of your foot. Lean forward, lean the chest forward, but keep it off the thigh. Back flies, remember our warrior 3, you're bringing the weights in front of you connected. Then we're taking our back fly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 here. 5, 6, 7, lengthen the crown of the head forward. 8, 9, firing up through that left thigh. 10. Come up, swap sides. Right foot steps forward, left foot steps back. Arrowhead lunge. Send chest and crown of the head forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Those shoulder blades. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Step the left foot forward. Shake out the legs if you need. Lower the weights down to the floor. Walk the feet out to the sides of your yoga mat. Toes turned out. Let's come into Navasana. Squat, yogic squat. So we're going to send your butt down towards the floor. Now, if it's too much, you can sit on a block here. Okay, if you need. Don't worry if your heels aren't planted. Bring the palms into prayer. Push those thighs back with the biceps. So draw the knees back. Lift the chest. Wiggle from side to side. Oh, how are you feeling? Take a little stretch. So with your left hand, grab on for right ankle. Really press your left bicep into the inside of your left knee as you stretch your right arm overhead towards those fingertips. Open the chest. Good. Swap sides. So grab for left ankle with right hand as you stretch the left arm up and overhead. Open the chest even more if you can. Draw that left arm back. Slowly bring the left hand back down. Now bring the hands behind you as you sit down into a seated position now. Take a little deltoid stretch. So draw your left arm over your chest and then hook your right elbow into the crook of your arm as you look over your left shoulder. Other side. Looking over the right shoulder. Let's take a tricep stretch. So bring your, grab for both elbows overhead and then bring your right hand in between your trapezius muscles. Stretch in there, holding on for that right elbow. Other side, so left hand is in between your shoulder blades. Arms come down, take a bind, so interlace fingers behind your back. Lift your chest, open your heart. Lift your arms a little bit higher away from your body if you can, ladies. Bring your arms to reach up overhead, hands in prayer. Exhale, take a supine spinal twist. Bring your left hand to your right knee as you bring the right fingertips behind you, straighten through the back. Inhale, exhale, turn and twist. Look over your shoulder, 3 breaths here. Rinse out any remaining stagnant thoughts or energy. Come back through, center arms, reach up. Right hand to left knee, left fingertips behind you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist for 3. Come back through center. Well done, ladies. Shavasana. So bring yourself into your final resting pose. If you can, use your core and very, very, very slowly start to lower down. Last bit of core. And then relax. Well done. Breathe out. All the hard work is done. Be proud of your efforts. Getting up early in the dark and the cold. I know it's hard. It takes discipline, it takes commitment. So be proud of your efforts this morning. Notice any energetic shifts in your body, how your body feels now in comparison to when you first arrived. Check in with the breath and check in with your thoughts. What thoughts are going through the mind right now? If it's rushing ahead to what you need to do today, stay here for a few more minutes with me. Think of nothing. Take a deep inhale. Take an even deeper exhale through the mouth. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Circle wrists, ankles, move your head from side to side. Feet together, arms overhead, big full body stretch. Stretch in opposite directions. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock and circle. Curl into a ball on left or right side. And bring yourself up to a seat. Close your eyes, bring your hands to your heart center in prayer. Bow down, acknowledging each other, yourself, your practice this morning. Bring the thumbs to your third eye, sealing in your practice. Namaste, ladies. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me, for your energy. I wish you a wonderful weekend. Well done, everybody.